Bed of Roses. The marriage pot, as the artist Ken Rogers said, without one special person I thought I would never find. Join us every Friday, 8 p.m. sharp. The bed will be laid. The secret will be revealed. Talking on the needs of love. You can also join in discussion on GN Radio and on YouTube. Call the studio numbers on 02037 358820 or 02032 860185. You can also text or WhatsApp on this line 07941 353132. Please share. Bed of Roses, the love in the air.
Bed of Roses Marriage Port is streaming now, so get connected. Get connected now. Bed of Roses Marriage Pot is streaming now, so get connected. Tell a friend to tune in now.
I'm gonna take you by the hand and lay you down, on a bed of roses.
Bed of Roses, Bed of Roses, Marriage Pot. Life with the same person can become messy, still predictable, and sometimes just boring. Do you want to learn how to spice up your relationship, bring the laughter back, and make it fresh as if you just started dating? Then join your host, Lady Doreen Carter, this and every Friday from 8 to 10 p.m. on Bed of Roses as it streams live on GN Radio, Sky TV 0185, Astra TV, Eurobed, Facebook Live, and GN on TUNEIN. For many waters cannot quench love, nor can the waters drown it. So set me as a seal upon your heart. Join us on Bed of Roses.
On a bed of roses.
Bed of Roses, Bed of Roses, Bed of Roses. The marriage pot, as the artist Ken Rogers said, without one special person I thought I would never find. Join us every Friday, 8 p.m. sharp. The bed will be laid. The secret will be revealed. Talking on the needs of love. You can also join in discussion on GN Radio and on YouTube. Call the studio numbers on 02037 358820 or 02032 860185. You can also text or WhatsApp on this line 07941 353132. Please share. Bed of Roses, the love in the air.
Bed of Roses Marriage Port is streaming now, so get connected. Get connected now. Bed of Roses Marriage Pot is streaming now, so get connected. Tell a friend to tune in now.
Adam Ravier, Follow the wolf.
So Jungle, me dead. So you know what's up, yeah. Me want some more. I don't want young water. Me want more. So don't want water. My young macho young. See a cut of body. Me want a more. On a broom so. Down, 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 down. Well, the number 111-666. 111-666. That's my number. 111-666. 111-666. So baby, come on, call me now. 111-666. See me soon. Yeah. That's so cool.
Bed of roses, bed of roses, bed of roses. The marriage pot, as the artist Kenny Rogers said, without one special person I thought I would never find. Join us every Friday, 8 p.m. sharp. The bed will be laid. The secret will be revealed. Talking on the needs of love. You can also join in discussion on GN Radio and on YouTube. Call the studio numbers on 02037 358820 or 02032 860185. You can also text or WhatsApp on this line 07941 353132. Please share. Bed of roses. The love in the air.
A very good evening to you. We thank God, we bless God for another edition of Bed of Roses. I believe that somebody you are ready tonight. Tonight is your night. Tonight is the time of love to share, deliberate, discuss, and then find solution to our love issues. Is somebody ready tonight? Let us do it together. Let us do it. Bed has been laid. The curtains will soon be lifted up. Please do connect yourself. Get involved. Let us all share ideas and let us share our opinions on Bed of Roses. Tonight is going to be a lovely time, and I believe that somebody, you are ready just as I am ready. We are doing it together. Tonight is the love night. A love night for discussion, deliberation. For those that are gathered, those that are on Facebook, please continue to share or begin to share right now and let us do it together. I'm releasing the song for a few minutes and then we go straight into discussion tonight because it's going to be wonderful. The curtains has been laid, the bed has been laid, the curtains will be lifted and we'll find a topic in which we are treating tonight. Somebody, are you ready? I'll take opportunity to welcome each and every one of you. I will acknowledge you, so please keep sharing whilst I get back to you to acknowledge you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. It is time for love. Let's share.
The number 111-666. Call the number 111-666.
Thank you tonight. We bless you. Somebody, I can see many of you on the line. Please continue to share, click share, invite a brother, a sister, a friend, and let us do it together, because I believe that tonight is going to be somebody's night of solution, somebody's night of enjoyment, somebody's night for questions to be answered for them. And so please share as many as you can to as many as you know, and let us do it together. God bless you. Yes. Odowacho Wada. We thank God. We bless God. And this is the song from Daddy Lumba. And I believe that somebody, your night is prepared. You are ready for us to enjoy love together, share, deliberate, and then find solution to our problems pertaining to marriage, and also how to spice our marriage, enjoy the best of love. That is why Bed of Roses is here. And I want you to know that the bed has been laid. The curtain is soon to be lifted up. Before we do lift the curtains up and find the topic that we are treating tonight, let me quickly acknowledge every listener of Bed of Roses. Wherever you are, we want to acknowledge you specially tonight, and we say God bless you. Thank you for tuning into Bed of Roses. You mean so much to us. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for everything that you have put into Bed of Roses. I pray and I believe that your marriage, your relationship will be spiced up and be enjoyable. Not the one that you will endure, but you will enjoy. And so tonight we are going to deliberate, discuss, share, bring your questions, and let us all do it together. There is one statement that I like making. I say wisdom is not in one person's head. And so therefore we are going to share ideas. We are going to bring our discussions together, and then we will find solutions. God bless you. Let me quickly acknowledge those that are listening on YouTube. God indeed bless you. And thank you so much for tuning in. Those that are listening from YouTube also, God bless you. Tune in. God bless you. Facebook, God bless you. Whichever platform you are on this evening and listening from, I indeed appreciate you so much for getting on board. Please bring your questions and contributions and let us do it together. The studio lines will also be open after the introduction of our teachings tonight or our discussion tonight. I want you to know that the studio lines will be open for you to call and bring also your suggestion, your contribution. It's much welcome tonight, and bless you all. God bless you. Now, let me quickly go to Facebook and acknowledge those that are there. Thank you. The first person I see is Angela. Angela made it. Fantin says, I am connected. Good evening, Bed of Roses family. Good evening to you, Angie. How are you doing? I believe God has blessed you, and we have you here, and one of their favorite fan of Bed of Roses, and we appreciate God for your life. Angela, welcome once again. And she says, good evening, mommy. Take space. Let me dance. Make space. Let me dance. Please go ahead. I'm going to release one more for you, specially so you can dance dance, and to those that want to also join Angela to dance, just as myself, we will join Angela to dance and enjoy ourselves tonight. God bless you. We also have Mama Mercy. Mama Mercy also seated in her seat, ready for deliberation and discussion. She's saying, good evening, Mommy, and everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We thank God for your life, Mama Mercy. We appreciate your contribution. We appreciate your love and your support to Bed of Roses and all the programs that we host here. God bless you. We have Emily Lara, another beautiful soul. Emily, God bless you. We thank God for your life, for being here on Bed of Roses tonight, for us to deliberate together, share together, and bring ideas together. Thank you so much. She's also saying good evening, Rev, and everyone. Good evening to you. We thank God for your life. We go further and we see, wow, we see Nana Doku. Nana, how are you doing? Nana says, good evening, Mommy, and lovely family. Good evening to you, Nana. We're just blessing God and thanking God this very evening for his mercy, his love, his joy, and peace released to every one of you. If you are at the background listening to me, I want to appreciate you, especially today, and I want to say God bless you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your contribution that you are about to contribute. Let us do it well, and somebody, it is time to share. Click, invite a friend. Yes, most of them that have not joined yet, please let them know that we are on board. Let them know that discussion is just about to start, and their opinions are very, very important tonight. And so therefore, let me release the song for those that want to cheer up, for those that want to dance, for those that want to get themselves prepared and get themselves into the discussion. Get yourself ready as the song also release. You can dance. We have Joseph Intigo saying, my son, it's a very good evening to you all, beloved. Good evening to you, Joseph. We bless God for your life. The Lord bless you. Joseph, share as many as you can and get somebody on board, and let us all do it together to the glory of God. Tonight we have a topic. We have something to share, something that is trivial, something that is going on so much that nobody sometimes fail to talk about, but we are going to discuss, we are going to share ideas and find solutions to it, and that is why Bed of Roses is here, for you to enjoy the bed of roses, and somebody, not the tongues only, but to enjoy the beauty of love. So let us take on the song again, and then somebody will continue to share. Ama F. Carter, Ama, whoa, my dad is my sister-in-law, and I bless God for her life. Sister Florence, God bless you. We thank God for your life. She says, hi, my beautiful, sweet in-law. I bless God for your life. I appreciate you so much for joining us on this broadcast. Somebody, we'll be hosting a program together very soon, and you can see how beautiful she is. My brother chose well. I like to appreciate her, and I thank God for your life. God bless you, sister-in-law. We bless God. We thank God for your life and coming on this. It means so much for me to you, for you to even be part of this special edition of Bed of Roses, where we are talking about something very, very important. And I believe that you can also chip in your contribution. You can call the studio line as well and bring your solution, your questions, and then also your contribution. Let us release the song for Jiffy while somebody you share, and share. God bless you.
Odo besa manisi angumyo. Odo besa marawakumi. Odo besa makomadinyo. Odo besa mawazuakumyo. Odo besa marawakamya. Odo besa mamatisyo. Obidishie mbatinisyo go.
Somebody share, continue sharing, share. 1 more minute to share. 1 more minute to share. Please share, invite a brother, a sister, a friend. Get somebody on board and let us do it together because we are deliberating and talking on love. Your issues, your
bed of roses. The marriage pot, as the artist Kenny Rogers said, without one special person I thought I would never find. Join us every Friday, 8 p.m. sharp. The bed will be laid. The secret will be revealed. Talking on the needs of love. You can also join in discussion on GN Radio and on YouTube. Call the studio numbers on 02037 358820 or 02032 860185. You can also text or WhatsApp on this line 07941 353132. Please share. Bed of Roses, the love in the air.
I'm gonna take you by the hand and lay you down on a bed of roses.
Bed of roses, bed of roses, marriage pot. Life for the same person can become messy, stale, predictable, and sometimes just boring. Do you want to learn how to spice up your relationship, bring the laughter back, and make it fresh as if you just started dating? Then join your host, Lady Doreen Carter, this and every Friday from 8 to 10 p.m. on Bed of Roses as it streams live on GN Radio, Sky TV 0185, Astra TV, Eurobird, Facebook Live, and GN on TuneIn. For many waters cannot quench love, nor can the waters drown it. So set me as a seal upon your heart. Join us on Bed of Roses.
On a bed of roses.
Yes, I will lay you down on the bed of roses. In fact, the bed has been laid. The curtain is just about to be lifted. And once again, we want to contribute and we want to say, everyone, you are welcome on board once again. God bless you for connecting to Bed of Roses, where love is important to us, where spicing up your marriage and your relationship is our goal. And I believe that somebody this evening, you will find solution. Your questions will be answered. So somebody, I want you to also continue to click share, invite a brother, a sister, and a friend, and let us all do it together. Once again, you are welcome. Welcome to all listeners out there and to those that are yet to contribute. God bless you. God bless you. What do we have? The curtains has been lifted now. What is the topic tonight? We are talking on the subject dealing with a manipulative in-laws. Dealing with manipulative in-laws. Oh, what are we talking about tonight? Dealing with manipulative in-law. And exactly what we are going to talk about. So somebody get your notes ready, get your facts ready, get your questions coming through. I'm going to give you the studio line and then we'll go straight into discussion. And I believe that those that are ready to call the studio lines, you will call in. We want to find out how can we deal with manipulative in-laws? How can we deal with them? What should we be doing and what should we not do? Somebody, if you have questions, you have contributions, you have feel free tonight and call the studio lines and contribute. The numbers to call is 0203 735 8820. 0203 735 8820, or you may want to call 0203 286 0185. Also, there is another number you can call if you want to call on WhatsApp. Maybe you are not in UK, you are in another country and you want to use the WhatsApp. It's 077 87939958. As again is 077 87939958. If you are calling outside UK, please add the international code to it, which is 0044 7787 939958. Any of these numbers will come straight to the studios. Your voice will be heard and you can bring your contributions, your questions, your suggestions. It's much welcome tonight. And so let us continue with what we have. The topic for tonight is dealing with manipulative in-laws. Let us take a jingle and then we'll go straight into discussion.
I'm gonna take you by the hand and lay you down. On a bed of roses.
Bed of roses, marriage pot. Life with the same person can become messy, still, predictable, and sometimes just boring. Do you want to learn how to spice up your relationship, bring the laughter back, and make it fresh as if you just started dating? Then join your host, Lady Doreen Carter, this and every Friday from 8 to 10 p.m. on Bed of Roses as it streams live on GN Radio, Sky TV 0185, Astra TV, Eurobed, Facebook Live, and GN on TuneIn. For many waters cannot quench love, nor can the waters drown it. So set me as a seal upon your heart. Join us on Bed of Roses.
On a bed of roses. Yes, we will lay you down on the bed of roses, and tonight the bed has been laid and we are seated on the seat to discuss dealing with manipulative in-laws. How can we deal with manipulative in-law? I want you to know that marriage brings a lot of changes and challenges. In so many lives, there are things that are going on hidden to some. Some are suffering it, some are enjoying it, but we all want to come to the place of enjoying the relationship that we have. How well can we enjoy what we have? How well can we enjoy what we have? There are issues that are not being dealt with. There are things that has been pushed under the carpet, but today we are bringing them to light and we are talking about it. Dealing with manipulative in-laws. And why are we talking about? One of the most difficult things to do is how to build a loving relationship with your in-laws, or how to cooperate with them, or how to interact well with them. And this has become something that many are crying about. Many have left their marriage for, or many people have neglected their marriage because they fall into the hands of manipulative in-laws, and sometimes they do not know what to do. But what do? They just have to boycott the marriage, or some people live with depression, and some people contemplate suicide. So this manipulative has led many people astray and has led many people into captivity. But tonight we want to find solution to it. How can we deal with manipulative in-law? How can can we, because as we said last week when we were talking about in-laws, they are always part of us. They will forever be part of your marriage or part of your life. So how then can we live in harmony with them? How can we enjoy them? How can we interact with them well? And that is why we are here today. One of the things that bothers so much is that when you have a manipulative in-law to deal with, you are always cautious. You are always careful even interacting with them. Your actions are not sometimes acceptable, or your actions are not sometimes free. You must be able to hold yourself. You must be able to maybe calculate your words before you speak. And for that matter, many people are in marriages that they are not enjoying. But tonight, with the essence of Bed of Roses, is for you to enjoy the rose that you have, for you to enjoy the best of love. And that is why we are discussing. And so somebody, the studio lines is officially open. You can call and bring your suggestions, your questions, and your contributions. How to deal with manipulative in-laws? How do we go about it? How do we deal with them? What should we do? What should we know? And what are we not supposed to do? The studio lines again is 0203 735 8820. Let me take it again. 0203 735 8820 or 0203 286 286 0185. Or somebody you want to call the mobile number, or you want to call by WhatsApp is 077 87 939958 077 87939958. Any of these numbers will bring you straight to the studio, where your discussion or your contribution will be much appreciated. So somebody join in. When you join the broadcast, you do as well, and please share to as many groups as you can, share to as many people that you can. We have something to talk about, we have something to deliberate, and we have something to say. And I believe that those that are contributing are ready for us to discuss together tonight how to deal with manipulative in-laws. When we talk about manipulative in-laws, what is even the meaning of manipulation? We must know the word called manipulation in order to be able to know what we are talking about, for us to go into the nitty-gritty of the topic, how to deal with manipulative in-laws. What is the meaning of manipulation, or what is the meaning of to manipulate? So when we are saying to manipulate, is to trick someone, or to get somebody to act in the way you like, or somebody, or it also to use emotions to get to someone, So therefore, we have many in-laws that are manipulative. We have many in-laws that are very trickish. We have many in-laws that use emotions in order to have their way. There are many in-laws that also, what do? They will have to cause you to do things in their own way. They want their things in a particular manner, and so therefore they will have to find a way to manipulate you to let you do what they like. And that is what we are talking about. Trickish in the marriage, where they begin to trick you, where they begin to say things to manipulate you. Sometimes they even pretend as if they like you, they love you, to hear what things about you, and then they use it against you. Or sometimes they want to hear your past, where you are coming from, or what did you do when you were a young girl, and then you begin to tell them, thinking you are sharing love, thinking you are cooperating with them, sharing fellowship. By the time you realize you have no idea that they are taking information, that documenting things down in order to use it against you. A lady I know once went to the fiance's house to greet the parents, and so when the woman was so fond of her, she was so happy that she has got a good in-law, quote in quote, she says. He said the mother was so loving and everything. So the mother began to inquire, oh, my lady, where did you go to school? And the lady mentioned where you went to school. Oh, how many people have you been with before my son? Then she began to open up. Oh, my relationship has not been well for me, and therefore I have been in some kind of relationship relationship, and then this and that. So she went further to say things that she's not supposed to say, thinking she has got a sweet in-law that she's sharing, or sometimes, let me say, a mother that she's sharing her concerns with. So she shared everything with her, not knowing the mother was just manipulating her to get information from her. So when the things was said to the mother, she then now called the son and sat the son down. Do you know that this lady is like this? Do you know how many men she has slept with? Do you know that she has done this? That for that matter, I do not agree on the marriage. And the son said, why do you say these things? She personally told me, and then called the lady and said, yes, I told her. But she was sharing it as a fact of relating to the mother. But the mother was very manipulative, and for that matter, the relationship was not able to behold. Somebody, how do we deal with in-laws like this? How do we go about it? I first of all want you to know that when we say manipulation, manipulation is not something that is beautiful. Manipulation is cunning, a cunning way of getting somebody to submit, a cunning way of getting somebody's will out of their hands, and so that you can manipulate them, you can control them, you can tell them what to do, what to eat, what to wear, what to do. So these are what many people are going through, or do I say some people are going through, but they are afraid to voice it out. Because as a qualified counselor, marriage counselor, there are people that I counsel a lot, and some of the stories are bizarre. Some of the things that we hear is an eyesore, but who will talk about them? Who will say it? That is why Bed of Roses is here. We talk about the untalkable and then bring solutions to it. So today we are talking on manipulative in-law. We have so much of them. It is not just the mother-in-laws. It is somehow we have some sister-in-laws. My God. Very manipulative, very rude. We have brothers-in-laws, we have fathers-in-laws, we have in-laws that sometimes the way they treat us in your relationship or in your marriage is something that you may love the woman, you may love the man, but when it comes to the in-laws, it is something else to deal with. But let me say that marriage is supposed to be sweet by and by, and for that matter, we want to enjoy the best of our relationship. So how can we deal with them? How can we cooperate with them? How can we interact well with them? And that is why we're here. So if you have any views, any contributions, as I said, the studio lines are open. To those on Facebook, when you look down there, the comment side, you see that a numbers has been pinned down there. Pick any of the numbers and call the studio line and make your opinions known. You have a story to share, we want to hear you. You have an experience to talk about, we want to hear you. You have something profound to share with us, we want to hear you. Wherever you are, somebody call the studio line. Let's deliberate, let's share together. You can also send in your text messages, which will be read, and therefore we are going straight into discussion. So how to deal with manipulative in-laws? In-laws are relative of your spouse. When we talk about in-laws, we are talking about relative, people that are related to your spouse, either to your husband or to your wife or to the person that you intend to marry. They are related, genetically they are related, and for that matter, sometimes most people use that genetic relationship to manipulate things, to control things, because we are blood bond, because we are blood related, and so by that grounds they do things that they are not supposed to do. But we are going to talk about it. We are not going to be silent. We want to find solutions to it. So relatives of your of your spouse will always be part of your life. As far as you are married to their son or their daughter, they will be part of your life. You cannot do away with them. Get it? You cannot do away with them. So what do? We must learn to live in harmony with them. How do we do that? That is why we bring topics like this, so that we can deliberate, we can share ideas, so that we can learn, and so we can manage situations when it arrives. I earlier said that marriages brings about so many changes. There are people that are married. You can tell me the changes that has begun in your life, or the changes that you have gone through in the process of your marriage. And marriage does not just bring changes, but bring challenges as well. There are many challenges that married couples face, or people in relationship face. Sometimes it's personal relationship between the two of them, but most of the time too is because of the relationship of which they have with their siblings or they have with their parents or their aunties and their uncles, and for that matter it interferes into people's marriages and into people's relationship. But how do we draw the boundary? How do we put a stop to certain things that influence our relationship and our marriage negatively? And that is why we're here. Is somebody ready to call the studio line to share your views? Please, your views matters to us tonight. So please do call in and share and share. We want to find solution how to deal with manipulative in-law. Now, first thing that we want to talk about, for you to deal with a manipulative in-law, there is things that you must first sit down and begin to assess. You must first sit down and begin to assess and say, why do they do what they do? Why do they do what they do? You may want to find out why is this in-law of mine, why is this in-law of mine relating this way? Why is this in-law of mine doing the things that they are doing? Why are they manipulative? Why are they behaving in this way? For you to find solutions and answers to a problem, you must first of all ask the question why, because the why will bring the solution. The why will give you the way to what be tactful. The why, or when the why is being asked and the answer comes in, you now begin to learn ways of controlling the situation or ways of handling the situation better. But if you don't know why somebody do what they do, it is you have a limited resource or you are limited in solving that problem. So if you are in a relationship or you are in a marriage and therefore your in-laws are not treating you well, and therefore you may want to sit down, assess and say why is it so? Why do I have my in-laws behaving like this towards me? What is the actual problem? The first thing that you look into yourself first. Are you relating well? Are you behaving yourself? Are you doing what you are supposed to do? When you have first checked yourself, your relationship, your response with your in-law, and you have checked that you are in the right order, or you have checked that you are doing the right thing that you are supposed to do, but yet you are not getting the response that you are supposed to get, then takes you to the next question take you to the next things to assess from their party, because it's two parties. It is between you and your in-laws. So let us say that you and your mother-in-law, let us pick the mothers-in-law now. So you have a mother-in-law that is a bit difficult. So therefore you come to a place and now begin, why is my mother-in-law like this? Why is my mother-in-law behaving like this? What is actually the problem? When you begin to go further and find solutions like that, now hear me, you begin to get answers. You begin to work things well. I want to welcome Mrs. Tete. God bless you. I see you online. God bless you. Thank God for your life. And to those of you that have joined, please do me well and then please do me well and share. So the next as we go is why. Now, there are first things that I want to talk about. The first things that if we are picking mothers-in-law, these points that we are going to give can be relatively to our sister-in-laws, father-in-laws, uncle-in-laws, sister-in-laws, papa-in-law, whichever in-law you have, you can relate it to them. So it can be spread abroad. So therefore, we say that why do they do what they do? The first thing is that when you have a mother-in-law that is very manipulative, the first thing that we talk about is a loss of attachment. When we talk about attachment, most mothers are very attached to their children. It's biological. Get it? It is biological because the mother carried their son, daughter for that month in their belly, and then the bond of feeding the child, nurturing the child, and everything. So that bond is taken. That bond is big and is great. So for that matter, they are attached in a way. There is an attachment. So when a son or a daughter gets to the peak of marriage or the peak of relationship, it means that the child will be drifting away from the attachment of the mother. And sometimes it is not so much pleasant to the mother. It's not so much pleasant to the mother. Some of them begin to cast their mind back, thinking about their toil, their pain, and looking at their little boy growing up and now not be part of him, of them again, and pulling away. They cannot handle it. So some of them, because they are losing the attachment between them and their child, or between them and their son and daughter, it makes them begin to become calculatively manipulative. So therefore, you must understand the attachment between a mother and their children. You must understand that. And for that matter, some parents will do everything to have their sons by their side or have their daughters by their side, if including saying lies about their in-law, or telling things, or troubling the daughter-in-law or troubling the son-in-law in order to have their son by their side. So one of the things that we look into why mother-in-laws do what they do, or sister-in-laws, father-in-laws, uncle-in-law, brother-in-law do what they do, is the loss of attachment. The attachment that is involved, and so for that matter, they began to say, no, I don't want to detach myself from this, my son. I don't want to detach myself from this, my son. So I therefore must make a way. I must therefore make a way, or I must come to a place of doing something to gain the attention of my daughter, to gain the attention of my son. Is somebody getting it? So attachment, too much attachment may make mother-in-laws or our in-laws behave badly or manipulatively when another party steps in, or a man decides to marry a woman. They become a bit jealous. It becomes a bit jealous because of the attachment. They are no more going to have that attachment with their sister or their brother, and for that matter, they do not like it. Okay, so somebody will note that attachment can make our in-laws become manipulative and very, very manipulative. So we go further, and the next one that we want to talk about as well is that when they are not happy with the choice that you have made, my God, that place is where the wahala, a lot of wahala goes on. When they are not happy with the choice that you have made. Ajuadoma, God bless you. You are welcome. They are not happy. They thought that, okay, you should have chosen a higher class, a better woman, a better man. So that is where most problems generate, when they are not happy with your choice. So they will do everything to prove to you that your choice is wrong. Although it may not necessarily be wrong, but they want to prove you wrong, that their opinions are better. They want to tell you that what they know about you is what it should be, and they want to prove to you that they know you better even than the wife that you have taken, even than the husband that is coming in. Is somebody getting it? So when your in-laws are not, or your mother or your mother-in-laws or your father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother are not approval of you, they don't like you, they don't like the fact that they chose you. You are the one, the choice of their brother, you are the choice of their sister. It becomes a deadly grounds. It becomes a deadly grounds that they begin to manipulate, because they want to have your way or prove a point. So when you are not the choice of the family or the mother-in-law, it becomes a bit difficult. That is when the mother-in-law does not want to see your face, become very insultive, look at you and begin to use your weaknesses against you. And sometimes they will even want to tell you that, okay, look at how fast she is. She has not been to school before. Or this one, she's not eloquent enough. The village she's coming from, no car can go there. It is a far village. In fact, we can't go there to even perform the marriage rite. When we go and then it's night, we can't return, because they will make so much flimsy excuses because you are not the one that they think is suitable for their child. So what do? They become manipulative. And therefore, what is that when the son or the daughter has decided firmly on you, then it makes the grounds a bit deadly. But when they realize that, okay, their son or their daughter is a bit indecisive, they know that they can press this button here and press this button here, and then there you are out of the scene. The daughter-in-law or the son-in-law is out of the scene. But when they know that they have a firm son or a firm daughter, it becomes a bit more, the manipulative skills increase, and sometimes it will even become deadly, to the point that I will know people that are poisoned their daughter-in-law. They literally put poison in their drink just because they don't want the son to marry her. They don't want the son to marry her. Some of them say this one will not give you children when you marry her. But by the looking at her, I can see that she cannot bear children. They have now become God who can read people and can tell people what they can, who can give birth and who cannot give birth. So therefore, let us know when you are not the choice of your mother-in-law or your in-laws, problems set in. That does not mean that the marriage will not hold. It does not mean that God does not approve of it. No, it is because of human choices, because of our carnality, because of our fleshy things. And sometimes why do they say you are not the choice? Sometimes probably the name you bear. I know somebody who bear a name of a father-in-law's, his father-in-law's ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, and for that matter, she doesn't like the daughter-in-law just because she bear the name of the ex-girlfriend or the ex-wife. Yeah, me, because at the mention of the name of her daughter-in-law, it reminds her of the pain. Reminds her of the pain that the ex-wife did to him. So she doesn't want to see eye to eye with the daughter-in-law. The daughter-in-law has done nothing wrong, but the fact that she bears a name that brought pain to the father-in-law, I don't want to associate with you. So there are certain things that people go through, not because necessarily they are bad people, but because of the past of their relative or their in-laws, where they are coming from. There are people that are very tribalistic. You hear me? And the fact that you are coming from one particular tribe, my God, there are some tribes and some tribes that according to them, they don't blend. They don't blend at all. They've been fighting for since. When we look at the Ghana culture or the Ghana background, that the Ewes and the Ashantis are one area that there is always a fight. The Ewes are calling these Ashanti people, and then this Ashanti people will also become these Ewe people. So they are always the tribalism, or there is always tribal war between them. But most of the time, amazingly, they find themselves getting married. They find themselves being the best lovers even when they get married. But because of ancient times, when you trace back things that went on, has influenced people wrongly, and their mindsets are not refined. So they know that you are coming from a particular background, tribe, they begin to hate you. They begin to say, no, as for this one, you cannot marry. How can you go and bring an Igbe woman? How can you come bring an Ewe woman? How can you bring a Ghana person? How? Well, can you bring an Ashanti person? The Ashanti people, they like money. They like money. All they know, they don't like going to school. All they like is money. So the people have got mindset. They have got mindset. And because our in-laws are a bit older than us, and their time was different from the time that we are in, they follow history a lot. And therefore, they're down to the history line. They can pick certain things and tell you that these are some of the things why you shouldn't marry this person. And some of them too, when you go into their culture, they will tell you that there are certain homes that you cannot marry from, because this home, they don't give birth. This home, I probably an uncle there or an auntie there who has not had the fruit of the womb, but they generalize it and say, as for this family, when you go and marry from there, you will not have the fruit of the womb. Or sometimes probably they had somebody who lost their mind in the family. Hey, these people, their family, their uncle, do you know their uncle who got mad? Don't go and marry from this family, because when you're mad, you are going to give children, you are going to give birth to mad children. So there are certain things that they have, our in-laws have, according to, because of tribalisms, because of culture, and for that matter, they resent their in-laws. They resent their daughter-in-laws. They resent their daughter-in-laws, sons-in-laws, because of their experience, because of culture, and sometimes because of educational status. They believe that the son is more educated and need a woman to match the class of the man. And so when they look at the background of the woman or the man, and the man is not as educated as their son, they begin not to like you. They just don't like you, because they think that they have invested money into the life of their son or their daughter for him to come low, stoop low to pick somebody who is an illiterate. And for that matter, they are not having it at all. And so that also becomes a grounds where the in-laws become manipulative, just because your educational background is little or there is no educational background. And so therefore, these are some of the things that gets our in-laws to be manipulative. And also when we talk about social status, when we are talking about looking at your background, whether you are rich or poor. There are some people that they cannot work together because they think that the rich must marry the rich, the poor must marry the poor, and God does not instate it in that manner. It is the ideologies of man. So therefore, when they are rich and somebody brings in a poor daughter-in-law, a poor son, is going to be a wahala. But when they are poor and somebody rich come there, then it is fine. It is fine when they are the poor ones and the rich is coming in. But when they are the rich one and their son or their daughter brings a poor person, it becomes a grounds of contention. It becomes a grounds for fight. So there are so many reasons why in-laws become manipulative, and some of the reasons we are saying so that you may know why they do what they do, and then you can also find solutions to it. You find solutions to it. So if you know that your let's say mother-in-law is tribalistic, then you know how to deal with it. If you know that because if she looks down upon you because you have not been to school, then you know what to do. So you must always know why they do what they do. And one of the points that I also want to share with us is that when the son or the daughter is the breadwinner, my God, when the son or the daughter is the breadwinner, the one that feeds the family, that will become another deadly grounds, because they know that once the man gets married, sometimes they don't even want the person to get married at all, or they want the man to get married with a class of a lady who can also is bringing in money, so that they don't lose that benefit. Yeah, because they know that as far as the son or the daughter gets married, the mother or the sister-in-laws, and they are not your sole responsibility, because you are now joined to a new family, which becomes your ultimate responsibility, your first responsibility. Because of them knowing this, and they know that when their brother gets married, they are losing some benefit. They become manipulative, because they are going to lose their daily bread. So they think their brother is not going to take care of them anymore. And mother would think that, oh, my son is not going to be there for me anymore. It is not going to be there for me anymore. So what does the mother do? Become manipulative, become calculative. And sometimes they even pretend that they are not well. And the time that where the marriage is supposed to be hold, then the mother will pretentiously fall sick, so that the marriage does not hold. Is somebody getting so that the marriage does not hold? But we are talking about how to deal with them. There is always a way. There is always a way. So therefore tonight I want us to deliberate, bring solutions. Somebody, you may be there, you have something to say. The studio lines are open, and so it is in discussion, it's interaction. So somebody, you can also call and bring your mind and share your opinions, which is much needed tonight. We need your contribution. We need your contribution. So somebody call in and let us do it together. Call in and let us do it together. Let me play this jingle whilst I wait for a caller to come in, and then we can continue from there. Thank you.
Gonna take you by the hand and lay you down, on a bed of roses.
Bed of roses, bed of roses, marriage pot. Life for the same person can become messy, stale, predictable, and sometimes just boring. Do you want to learn how to spice up your relationship, bring the laughter back, and make it fresh as if you just started dating? Then join your host, Lady Doreen Carter, this and every Friday from 8 to 10 p.m. on Bed of Roses, as it streams live on GN Radio, Sky TV 0185, Astra TV, Eurobird, Facebook Live, and GN on TuneIn. For many waters cannot quench love, nor can the waters drown it. So set me as a seal upon your heart. Join us on Bed of Roses.
Thank you so much. We are back, and I believe that somebody, your contribution is much needed tonight. Whilst you call the studio line and bring your thoughts, your views, let us share. When you have manipulative in-laws, how do you deal with them? How do you live with them? How do you live in peaceable with them? That is what we are talking. What are some of the things we should be doing? What are some of the things we should be thinking of? What are some of the things that we should be dealing with? So somebody tonight, the studio lines are open for your discussions and to the studio lines are open for you to come through with your opinions and to your point, which is much needed. Thank you very much as you come to contribute. We bless God for your life. We bless God for your life. Now we go further for the third point in which I want to also make why they do what they do. Then we can go into how you can deal with that manipulative act. Then we can know how to deal with it. One of the things that also makes the in-laws become manipulative when they see that, okay, the son or the daughter-in-law comes in and begin to make changes that has been there, they have lived with for years, and then especially those that lives with their in-laws in the same house. Some people are not privileged to have moved out. Some people find themselves living with their in-laws, and so for that matter, the daughter-in-law comes in, and as women as we are, we want our things in a particular way. So the daughter-in-law begins to make some changes in the home, and the mother-in-law will not have it. As women, most of the time, the problem generates from among the women. With the men, they are cool sometimes. Sometimes it's just casually that you find, let's say, a father-in-law, or you find a brother-in-law who is a bit troublesome. But most of the time, the problem generates between the women because of the way we want our things to be. The mother would like the cooker to be here. The daughter-in-law will also want the cooker to be somewhere else. So when the daughter-in-law comes into the home, the mother sees her as an intruder, and then she feels like, and then she begins to change things around the home. She thinks that she has lost her feminine part. She has lost her control in the home. So for that matter, sometimes the in-laws do not like the daughter-in-law or the son-in-law because of the changes that they bring. Sometimes they do not live together, but they realize that, okay, their brother or their sister or their daughter's son was living in a particular way, but as soon as they got involved with this lady, the guy is behaving certain things. There are some changes that has come in the life of the son, and they don't get it. They don't like it because the way the son was suitable for them, the way the brother was suitable for them, and so now that changes has come in, they don't like it. The fact that, okay, let us say that the brother, when not married, will always be thinking of the mother's food, or running home to the mother, doing things for the mother. Now it will not going to be the same. It's not going to. Now the man will be now thinking of the wife, going home to the wife's food, going home to help the wife and other things. And so sometimes when that change happens, some people are not able to handle it, and some of them they are attached to their brother, or they are attached to their sister, and then they see another woman coming in, or they see another man coming in, they see it as a grounds to fight for the love of their brother or the love of their, let us say, their sister. So what do? They begin to hate the in-law. They begin to hate the in-law because they think that you are occupying their space, and for that matter, there is so much trouble. So the changes that happen between the man or in the life of the man makes the in-laws also sometimes become resentful because, oh, you are no more having time for me. Yes, of course, they will no more have time for you as they used to, because they have addition to their life, which is their main priority. So now they go further to take care of their wife or their husband, and if there is children, their children and everything, and then also extend a hand to you as well. But most parents sometimes, or in-laws, do not like it. They want to be the priority. They want to be the one that you wake up to, the one that you run to, the one that you do everything to, but it does not remain so. We want to let parents know that your child will not forever be a child, but will grow. And when they grow, Bible says that, well, that's why Bible says that a man will leave the father and mother and will cleave. There must be a separation. There must be a separation. There must be a break of intimacy, or a break of those bonds into another intimacy. So therefore, Bible says that separation, yes, mother, you have done well. You have brought your child to the level of an adulthood. We clap for you. You have done well. But he cannot stay unmarried because of you. He cannot neglect the family because of you. He has to attend to other matters because that is how God has made it. It is an order, but some people do not get it. And for that matter, they begin to fight their son-in-laws. They begin to fight their daughter-in-laws. We have some fathers that are very fond of their daughters. And for that, no man that comes in the life of their daughter is worthy. No man, they will begin to vet you. They will vet you, go beneath and do some unnecessary investigation about you and bring things that in your past and other things just to make the daughter aware that you are the son-in-law is not fit to marry. It's not fit to marry because the father-in-law does not want to lose that attachment. They don't want to lose that attachment, especially when probably they have lost their wife or there is no woman in their life, but their daughter is the only one there. And sometimes maybe they have lost their wife that they love so dearly, and then the wife gave them a daughter. So now they begin to see the wife duties in their daughter. Now some of them begin to even take their daughters as wives. Quote unquote. I'm not talking about the sleeping aspect. They are not sleeping, but everything that the wife does, they expect their daughter to be doing, of which their daughter does. So when the time has come for the daughter to marry, they don't get it, and it becomes a grounds of manipulation. I know a mother that any time that the son gets somebody and they're about to get married, the woman will fall sick, seriously sick, and be hospitalized. But sometimes when they go, they don't even see what the problem is. This happened in the man's life for several times, and many suitors left the guy. Some of the women cannot even handle it anymore. When the date is set for their wedding, for some reason, the woman will fall sick. So therefore, what do? What do? They have to postpone the marriage, and they keep postponing, until by revelation, a man of God, thanks be to true men of God, that brought a revelation that it is intentional. It is a grounds of manipulation. For him, say, no. If my mother cannot do this, to the extent that he will be hospitalized for some weeks and that, no, she can't do that. He said, your mother is so attached to you and cannot see you get married. So some of the manipulation turns into witchcraft. It tends to become witchcraft. So when the pastor therefore began to tell the guy and say to her that this time talk to your mother and say that, okay, whether you fall sick or you do not fall sick, I am going to marry. When I'm done married, I'll come and see you in the hospital. When you make her aware. He said, no, it will not be proper to let my mother. He said, that is, if you really want to get married, this is the way to go about it. So the guy was a bit adamant from at the beginning and thought it was not so, and went on to set another date. And the same thing happened again. And then he decided, okay, let me heed to what the man of God said to me and see how it works. So then he now warned the mother prior before she even pretend to be sick, and said, okay, ma'am, I know for some reason your sickness comes when I am about to marry. But this time, tell that sickness, whether it comes or it does not come, I am going to get married. Whether you are hospitalized or you are on the operation bed or whatever, I am going to get married. And for that matter, tell your sickness to postpone. If not, you will miss the ceremony. And nobody will know that you are my mother because you'll be in the hospital. But I will like my mother to be there. So when you talk like that to the mother will say, it is not me. But eventually, the same thing happened. But the guy did not change the date. Do you know what happened? Whilst they were in the wedding grounds, they said the mother who is supposed to be in the hospital now walk into the church. The person that was saying, I am dying, and for that matter, the wedding date must be changed again, postponed again, now walk into the ceremony. Hear me? There are people that are doing things. There are people that will go at length to get the attention of their children. And because of that, sometimes they have even destroyed people's happiness, their marriage and relationship. But some of them too, we have people that, oh God, they have got the best in-laws. We applaud them as well. We applaud the best in-laws, the good in-laws as well. But to those that are manipulative, we must find a way by dealing with them. We have to find a way by living with them. And how can we go further? What should we be doing? How do we deal with them? How well can we live in harmony with our in-laws? I believe that somebody, if tonight you are here, it is time for us to deliberate. It is time for us to find solutions. So now we are going to go into the pointer of how to deal with your in-laws. How do I deal with my manipulative in-law? How do I deal with that? We are going to go further on that. I believe that we are going to share also from Master David. We are going to see his opinion, and we bless God for your life. Good evening, Master David. Good evening. Oh, okay. I think I have lost the call. I have lost the call. I believe that the call will come in again. So therefore, we are going to go further. How do we handle? Now we are find out why they do what they do. Why do my mother-in-law behave like that? Why do my sister-in-laws behave like that? Which is the first grounds of dealing with them. If you want to find solution, then you must know. You must know. Hello, Master David. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well by the grace of God. And how are you doing and the family?
Okay. We are all doing well.
We thank God. We bless God. Yeah. So tonight, as we are talking on how to deal with manipulative in-laws, our sister-in-laws, mother-in-laws, fathers-in-laws, mother-in-laws, we are very manipulative. We are finding ways of how to deal with them. How do we go about it to handle them? How do we live with them with that manipulative skills that they have?
Well, it's a very complicated topic, but there are some few things we have to know, because those people come with red flags, and you have to have a discerning mind and also be very vigilant to be able to know what they do, because there are a few things I will share, like they begin to manipulate their own. They start from manipulating their own children. So if you are a son-in-law, they will not begin directly manipulating you. They will start with their daughter, manipulating their daughter, because that is their source. That is the way. That is the person they can get in touch with directly. So they begin to manipulate them, and then the extension or the residue comes to you. Once they get them into their web, now they can turn against you because they have their son on their side. The second thing is they begin to set spies on you. They begin to monitor you. They begin to spy on you. They begin to check where you go, what you do. Some in-laws dedicate their time to follow you to where you work.
My God.
To be able to be sure that you are at work. To be sure, you say you close at 5. By 4:50, your mother-in-law or your father-in-law, your sister-in-law will be sitting at the parking lot somewhere in the corner in an obscure. People charter taxis.
Wow.
They will follow around you just to establish the fact and get some information, because all this, guess what? That is the time they are still convincing their son or their daughter about you. So they have to build that basics of the story about you. So they have to follow you. They have to get enough information, enough evidence to ascertain the fact that, yes, you are doing what they said you are doing. And that is one thing that they are good at, because if they get all that information, then you have given them the green light to go ahead and do what they intend to do. So one thing is they begin with their relative, their son or their daughter or their sister or their brother. From there, they set spies on you. And the one thing you have to know is that you will begin to feel like they are wearing you out. You are getting so tired of them. They are being too demanding. They are being too authoritative, and it becomes annoying. So the moment you start feeling that, you should know something is not right. You should begin to address it. You should begin to find out what is going on here. You know, Sometimes, most of the time, we don't pay attention to those things. And then one thing that will also let you know, in as much as they are so demanding and so troubling at home, they want to behave perfect when you are outside with them in public. They get to church, they are the holy of the holy. At church, they want to hold your hand, they want to wipe the seat for you, they want to open door for you. That is what I call outside gentility home cry.
My God.
So on the outside, in public, they want to make you like, oh, yeah, this is my in-law. They will be talking all the good things about you. At that point, you yourself, sometimes you are shocked and you begin to be speechless. Those are the things, because you know what this woman did to me last night on Saturday. And on Sunday, she is praising me to our pastor that I'm prayerful, I am this. Meanwhile, me and my in-law have never prayed together, because she won't even come down for us to have a morning prayer. But then when she gets to church, she will be the one to tell the pastor how prayerful you are. That all those lies. So all those things are the red flags we have to look out for. And some of them want to show you that they know better than you do. They know best. They are the best of all. They know everything before you think they have thought. Those are the red flags of the manipulation. And you need to be careful. When they come visit, they'll tell you, oh, I want to come spend the weekend. They end up spending 3 months. Those are the manipulations, because she has to sit there for that length of time to be able to build a story about you, to be able to get you upset to a point where you will now begin to quarrel with your husband, and your husband will tell their mother to leave, and then they get a point. Yes, I went to visit my son, and the wife told my son to kick me out. So they have gotten a storyline.
Wow.
So we need to be careful. We need to be careful. Dealing with such people, they require you sitting down, begin to cross all the T's and dot all the I's. Sometimes some of them are not necessarily meaning they are trying to manipulate. Some of them is maybe her husband died years ago. She don't have anybody to talk to, and she's trying to be talkative, or she thinks that the son is all she have, and all that. Those are there. But sometimes we need to be careful. We need to look out for ourselves and know that what these people are doing, is it the best? Is it for the interest? But one thing you have to do, the solution to all this is try to understand them. Try your best to understand them from whatever perspective they are coming from. Try to understand them. Why? What is making them do what they do? Like I said, you have to ask yourself, what am I not doing right? Which part of all this is coming from me? If I have a hand in what is happening, if I have contributed in any way, shape, or form, what can I do? What can I do? Because when you don't ask yourself your own part of the problem and find solution to what you can do, I bet you cannot solve that problem. The problem cannot be solved, because it could be that you are the cause. It could be that your action, yes, it could be that your actions is what is bringing all this attitude. So when you begin to understand her, when you begin to understand where she's coming from, you see, she has told everybody that you are wicked. Now she goes out there and begin to broadcast to everyone, showing off that, oh, you are the best, praising you in public. Her own family members, she is destroying you to them. So you two find a devise a tactics that you will also shower her with some gift in public. One day you go to the shop or you buy something and give it to your friend to present it to her. Buy something and give it to somebody she is very close to and ask her to present it to him or her. You know, that way you are also canceling all the negativity out there. You are also putting her in the same pedestal she's putting you, because the world has to also know that you are also generous and you are also good to this person. You need to shock them. You need to dig. You know, when you have a bad tree, you don't cut the branches because new branches will come. If you want to eliminate the bad tree, you go to the tap root and cut it from the root and uproot it. So when you find out they are doing all these they are doing, because some of them, they come like angels. They are wolves with sheep clothing. Mind you, all these in-laws are church members, so they all go to church. But why are they behaving like that? That is where understanding them is one of the key. And you need to research about them. Think a little bit. Do investigation a little bit about them. Dig out some information so you can have some basis to talk about. You can have something to say, something to find out what your husband don't even know or what your wife don't know. You dig it out and let them know. Do you know your sister is like this? Do you know your mother did XYZ? Do you know your mother is owing such and such? That is why she's always asking you for money. Know a little more. I always say there is nothing good in our comfort zone. When you become comfortable with that attitude, it will grow. When you know you don't like it, dig around it and eliminate it. There are in-laws. It's difficult. It's difficult. But one thing I will beg everybody, when you find those red flags, don't immediately get your husband or your wife involved. Until you establish the fact, don't get them involved. Some of them are just superficial. It can be worked on by yourself. Seek help from other intelligent women or men around you and resolve it at your level. When you have enough evidence and it's difficult for you to deal with it, that is when you bring your spouse or your partner into it. But then you can prove beyond reasonable doubt that this I'm talking about is true. But when you are not sure, don't get them involved, because it is their family. It is going to be they against you. So please, let us all understand that we all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different homes. We are all from different families. In-laws will always be in-laws. Human beings will always be human beings. But one thing I always say is that self-examination is the number one key to problem solving. When you have examined your head, examined your heart, and you know your heart is pure, your heart is clean, then ask. If you believe in the Quran, read your Quran and pray for whichever spirit you believe in to guide you. If you believe in God, ask God for that little voice to direct your path, and you will find a solution. You can change people if you change yourself. But when you don't change yourself, nothing around you will change. I will end it here for someone to come in.
Thank you so much. You have said a lot, Master David, and we appreciate you because there are so much things going on, and you have highlighted us on some of the things that the mother-in-laws does that we must be aware of. Some of the red flags that you have also given is something cause for concern because there are signs that they show. Because if we don't pay attention, we will not know. Such as a mother-in-law who does not give privacy for you and your husband. He doesn't think that there should be anything private between the two of you. So when you are living with them and then you are even having time together, that's when she'll come and sit in the midst of the two of you. When you are discussing things, he wants to be part of it and for the discussions to go on. All these things are red flags of a manipulative in-law when they don't give the couple privacy. So you have a sister-in-law who does not give you a privacy between you and your husband. It is manipulation. They are because they don't want anything, the bond between you and your husband. They just want to destroy that moment, that intimacy. So what would they do? Some parents, I quite remember that one lady was sharing with me, says that my mother-in-law came to visit us. And then for some reason said, I don't know whether she studies us. Because anytime we are just about to go into love making, that is when she knocks at the door. He says, since my mother-in-law has been there for a month, we have not been able to have a sexual contact. So for some reason,
let me give them a solution. You see, when your mother, whether it is your mother or your mother-in-law, any time you have a stranger in the house, that is why I always tell people, look, every money you earn, let me be a little financial here. Let's go into financial discipline a little bit. Whatever amount you are making, it shouldn't be $1 million or 1,000 or whatever, even if it is coins. 10% of whatever amount you are paid or amount you earn, that 10% is not for you, it is for you to save. When you begin to save 10% of every money you make, by 10 years, you have saved the amount of money you made in 1 year. And there will be no difficulty in your life. So now hear me. When you have your mother-in-law in your house, your sister-in-law comes to visit, you only have 2-bedroom house. Their house is next to you. You know your wife, she moans a lot when she's in the mood. You, the man, when you are enjoying, you also moan a lot. You guys play and you are all loud when you are playing. Look, within that time, schedule yourself. Both of you take some weekend off. Go get yourself one of the best hotels. Stay there over the weekend. Leave the children for your mother-in-law. Tell them you have a business meeting and you have to go with your wife. Leave and go stay in that hotel. Enjoy yourself. Please. Life is too short for you to be doing 16 hours, working home. Sometimes you will die. And some useless people will misuse your money. Enjoy yourself whilst you are here. Who are you saving the money for? If you cannot let your wife feel at home, if your mother is disturbing your sexual life, and you cannot take your wife to a hotel, you cannot take your wife out to a resort and change the environment, it doesn't matter whether you have a visitor or not. Those are the spices of relationship. Change the environment, change the tone. It's not all the time that you have to be on your bed, on your bedroom. No, change environment. Going into a hotel is not a sin. It's not against the Bible. Pastors do conferences in a hotel a conference room. It's not a bad place. When you go to a hotel to prostitute, that is what is a sin. That is what is bad. But when you are in a hotel with your partner, your wife, because you have a visitor at home and you want to change environment to go satisfy your wife, God will be happy you use your common sense. So my sister, if your mother-in-law is timing you when you take a trip outside that city to the next town, let her come and walk and come and knock the door. By the time she get there, you have already gone like 4 rounds. Don't mind her. I'm telling you. When they think they are smart, that's why we have to be smart thinkers. You have to outsmart everyone around you. both of you, that's why I said that relationship is about communication. But before, for all you know, you and your husband are not in good terms. So he cannot even think of planning anything for you. You, the man, you are not in good terms. Your wife cannot say anything. You are the autocratic man in the house. What you say is final. So can you imagine staying with your husband in the same house and for 1 month you can't make love? This is somebody you love. This is what you used to do. Because somebody just...
It's just something.
So we men, we need to be up and doing. Experiences. Me, that is my plan. And I always tell people, I'm not shy to tell you what I do, because it keeps my home very
Peaceful.
okay. So sometimes when you have even grown-up children, you don't want to do those things at home. Sometimes take your wife out for a weekend. Go spend the weekend somewhere. Go to the beach, take a walk, something, relax. Do some things together. Build that relationship. It's a long-term investment. For crying out loud. You are with the person till death do you part. So enjoy moments together. You see, when they see you together, they cannot destroy the relationship. But when they see that you guys are far apart, that is when they get the chance to come in.
Exactly.
So continue what you were saying. Sorry about my interruption.
That is very, very word allowed, because when you look at what this lady is saying, and it is very, very, it is very sad in the sense that it said, for that 1 month I have not been able to have any sexual contact with my husband, because as soon as we begin, well, my mother-in-law will pop up some way, somehow, even at dawn, my mother-in-law will show up. So this has gone to the point that the two of them became frustrated, that they don't see eye to eye. But what did they do is the woman said that I have to come to the point that our backyard, we said my backyard, we have this shelter there. I have to go there and clean portion of the shelter and put some small thing there and make like tell my husband that he knows that when the husband is going to work, she will also tell the mother-in-law that I'm coming, I'm going to buy something, and the husband will come from work and then meet him at the backyard. He said that is where we have been making love. Can you imagine? They have their own home, and now they cannot make love in their own home. They go to their backyard. He said sometimes when we do this, we hide. The word is we hide to make love. Married couples in our own home, we hide to make love. He said that is how bad it is.
Can you imagine?
You know, so there are so many things.
The in-law is holding them ransom.
Oh yeah. And then this one will sneak out even when they want to do something. The lady will pretend that I'm going to visit somebody, and the son would stay with the mother a bit and say I'm coming right now, before they can go even outside and kiss and fondle themselves.
Oh boy.
Themselves somehow. Let me quickly pick this caller. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Mommy.
Yeah, good evening, Angie. How are you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Thank you.
God
Angie.
bless you all.
Bless you too.
A wonderful and beautiful topic as per usual.
Thank you.
I just want to just come in and say, like, in-laws could be, I mean, I've never had, what can I say, like the wrath of an in-law as the mother, sister, brother, uncle. But being an in-law could be in many contexts.
Okay.
Many contexts. I remember once, this is live on air, I'm in trouble. But when I remember, like, one time, a friend of mine.
Well done. I like your friend.
A friend of mine now said to me, when she had, when her and her husband had separated, there was an issue with the daughter. And the daughter, which is what the daughter was what my friend was growing. So when things came to head anyway, it just came like, oh, okay. So now that the woman will now move into the man's place, and the daughter was there again, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good because they now said, "This is my house." Not in so many words. I'm not in a religion. I'm not in anything. I'm just talking from my friend's perspective. So they are there. But one thing for sure, the daughter did not like the fact that the lady now moved in with the father. While, on the other hand, it was okay. So my whole point is that it's not just by in-laws as parents, uncles, aunties, it's children too.
Children also becomes manipulative. Yes, it happens. Yeah.
The biggest. Children can be the biggest manipulators.
Very, very true.
And the other thing again, Mommy, sorry. The other thing again is that upon the conditions, if you are a second wife, a first wife, or whatever, you will know that what you train your child to do is what your child is going to do. Go and tell Daddy you are sick. Daddy is now hearing this. He will fret. Because the first wife, first wife will see you moving with your husband. The only thing that I can say to all this is just like, forgive. You will never forget. But have balance and know that everything, because you don't bring and you don't love somebody just, okay, I've seen this man. I've seen this woman. I love you just like this. You will have a past. Everybody has a past. You don't forgive.
No one is perfect.
You don't forgive and you don't forget. What you do is forgive to heal yourself.
Thank you.
Try your best. Heal yourself by forgiveness. I've forgiven you. Let's move on. Let's work it out. Anything else that is coming from the other side will come. But because your heart is clean and you do it pure.
Oh, I think I've lost you. Hello? Okay, I think we've lost Angela. But we thank God for your contribution. That is profound. So it's not just the mother-in-law, sister-in-laws, but children also do manipulation when they see another person coming in. That is what Angela is saying. And sometimes the mothers also use their children to manipulate their father if they are the first wife or second wife or third wife. Go and tell daddy that you are sick, just to manipulate the attention of the man. And so these are things that are also going on. Thank you, Angela, for making it known unto us. God bless you. We appreciate that. There is so much going on. And then even to talk about the lady that I'm counseling, her story is so bizarre that sometimes you wonder why some mother-in-laws behave the way they behave. How a married couple now can hide. They are not boyfriend, girlfriend. They are not young children, but they hide to even kiss. They hide to even hug. Because as soon as they are just getting closer, the mother-in-law have to bring something just to, my daughter, can you not come and do this for me? Just to separate her from the man. And then she goes. And then when she go and do this for me, and then she would rather come and sit there and start talking to the son. You know, and because as we see these things, these are manipulations. These are manipulations. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Reverend.
Good evening, Mama Constance. Mpacho Wumpo Mote saying.
Nyame adum pa reverend me ho ye pa.
Ye de radi ase. Aha. Ye tie wo.
I am say so work ye nyame enum anodin. Anodin na me de efuturo kakra be masa walefu yi ni se. Unya wale wi a ense se we jam pa ye bo already. E was say unya wale wi a every day we bomb pa ye ma wale. What do I want to write you every day? We bomb pay say, but then funny to me and what they more are you buying. It's a crime I can't say it, and they would to the phone and say, oh, me no start a mom pay. If it's a so you know who bomb pay ya, not some man, no sergeant, Bonnie be with the trimmer or no anchor so if it's a winner, what is we are, was a we guy, my essay, Uncle Patam saying, young was the Panko Patina, or what as a boafu. Na wasi be man be fi na je fia ka o ba no no ma ye honam ba ko enti yakopon pese man ni ba ni ku tsan ye honam ba ko enti wonya ware wi ana sa wo ba na ware wi na wasi wo jai wo ba be man no man ware no matter hot bi a wo emo ba man no bo wo fie bi mo no nya ware wi a wonni so to me bi be ka sa me ware ne papa ka kire mi kuno se o krawo se wo ba me ho a na se wo bi bi a obeyama wa emane magisa wo ma ne kwaya nsana wa ba me ho
papa no papa we ni awofo a eye wo ware o mba wasomodwu
ka etinye se bia na papa ne bia na yire wo a me bua no na makọ ware na pese o demand me se nchina memra da bi wonya ware wi a wo ne wo ma oba no wo be kọ no na wo kọ so papa wo kwa sra no enye se bia papa no na ebe ma so se na ma me no wa wo ba no na ebe ma so se me ba ben man ye ne say sa ne man nyina wo se ne twam if you say na nyame ya adoma ma Kristo aba ama ya tia ware afi etu wo ba ben ma ware a wo se wo jare life man no na wo ma me no wo de mpa ye ta wo man na tita ware ne be koso sa na oba no so ma me no enye se da bia na wo duru ho wo se wo so de mpa ye ta mu mi no nyina de mpa ye ta wale na se wale ne be yi na awmatinya twa bobra eti se wo ware ma bi eba be manan baba na wo ye sa ne ma na wo temu mi no mo sori gina na mo de mpaye ana se be ma no timi se no ka che na ma me se mama me sro me pa asumdwo ma wari enti no me sro panti en se sa wo ma pai kura mama me ne betina fi ho be di bosome me ma me kwa ma ne betina me fi ni bosome sa na me ma me kun so kwan se wo ma ne ma me betina fi ni bosome if you say ma me betrafi me ma me betrafi go sumia bia de me ko de ye me kura me ni je ho na se me nka ho hwe kura no e bia be no be sabia so be ye bibi sa me ko ma me so ba de bia ne ma bi ko so bia on na ni nye ho but ye mi no ye ti ya se me mi no ye ni e bia abraba yi wo mo no ho oh enti se ye nyina ye hwe futu futu so wo ye be ma na ware a e ma kwa ma me be sla wo mo bosome Pasasi mo lo wasi ni mame ba wacha 2 weeks kura wasi bo ma ko etu ware mama me betre fie ho no no na be sembra ma so ye sei ayesa mo ara na waware mi kru na mentime ni mi kru ntina ayi hall ma ye nyi na ye tete eti be man wasi wode na si form na wo ma ne mame kwan to frigana na be so no ko ma wo twate kitema ne kro so come as so anase o compared by behind man ne ombo ka ko behind man no ntu kwotena if you say yes a ma aware na eni se na reverend na wo ka no emre bi bi no be ware wo be ware no ye se wedding na time na so na bibia be bom na ye tua seda second time na bibia be bom third time be manu ne wo fadeja wale na kira na yire ekese na me friend gen nam se bra enam se enim ekoso mfa no se eye normal if you say na ye so date they drew ya wada me mende be ya wedding ya wada na bibia be bom ne atwam na we nyan de ye normal tie mfa mpai na me busa so wono wana ti wo se me ma me nua na tie ne ma no obi awaro se ma no obi enware na wo be ye wedding kase si be ma be oba ne nya no wedding kase pa no be ye be ya ma obe enam si mfa mpai nyam ya do me ne mi do so mpai mu saa wedding ne ba so o ti ne me do ha e koso mfa ne normal sama se na besra me na me ma bi da besra me ti enya de ye obekọ da bi wo so de mpai mu wo di akwankyere to fo na de mpai ka ho se ruabe ma mi adwen boni won ti nyame nkonko turu nyame ono abafa na baade akọ oh enti mra so say ye awale no because awale ye wane ba ko bu akonta enti so wan ware ne ya okoja nyankopon ma ko bu akonta enti be man so ma meba na oba no so ma me betira ho me ware ye no na me ko etene ma me si be ware na me si fi aye ntra ye betu because na me pass me dwi yo be ye bia be man ma me nyane fe so enti no witu ye ma so be si na nyina me no mo peace oba me hobert fanya me no peace o de ma ye ba prekope because na me pese be ye bibi na ha akoye na yesu abaya na nyi bi so na nya sanity enti be ma no ni mo ya on pe kwan ma ne ma me ntu na wonne na yiri nya sa wonne na yiri ntu free so no fa dan ma no ko pe ba bi ntu
o mo fa dan ma no
reverend o ya ne sa ho ko
wow
o ya mo mi no ko passing room na mo te o ma me be na ho ti sare na ma ade kwa na ma ba ba twa me fie na me ma na tu aja me ntu o no adoko se bia na me ka o ma me no wa bre no wa show tina ma me ne yesa o bre o ba ko se ne sa di akura wa tu ja o ba no ma no ko ware so nti se nya mo bi de tete bia dia na wo se wo ja o ba no kwan na wo de do ja wo ne kwa na wo do wo ne ne bom na wo ja mo kwan mo ware na wo de ne se wo de mpaye tabu twafo na ti sa ware ne be koso na nya se o kwatra na hu se wo ba no very hard very nti o se nyina ye de ho jim ne kai sa wo ba ne mpaye bom se rade emma na sudwe mra wale no so yeah kakra so rebe mesmet me akam
dada sipa ne futu a wodi aba ne nyansa sama waka kire yen ne mpai bo a ebi ne mo a je say sometimes o worry na che say ye refi ye
no yeah
na for bon sam no afa no mum enti see and see bon pai na what amazed me is say one story that also handling where the obane maame bai be ma ne maame bai ya wo betena ho a be obayo ne no aduane o se wenye we na me ba ne pe enye we na me ba ne pe we na me ba ne pe o me ameno ama no wo die gye na me no ama no eti akoso sa obane mpe na obayi so ka kire ne maame o ka kire ne maame na ne maame so so ne ono so tutu ne niam na ono so betena afio eti mother in law me enu ni nyina ba betena afio because maame ne so so won pene say obi mete ne ba enti ene ono so ba enti ukọ a ne edede ne de agyae ena afedi o me enu nyina o magya oba ne okunu no etu fie o nom de ama maame no
mo yere mo na o na mo
yere mo fie na mo eno mo tim eno mo pe ba bi afa because there are so much things that are going on.
Reverend,
we see me so me mpene se obeye me ba we se nti omo ba no de sie ni otea ne ba o se ade no watea me ba we kasa
na ade nti ba na ke so wonya wari wi reverend wo bedwe ne obedie de won fa ho bi wonya wari wi a wo bedwe ne obedie aduane a wo de ma ne kwala bre ma ope no wanyina na nya no ana wo bepe ana oba na nso so wotini fie bia de ekire no no eno no de ba na wari aso be ma ne mpekro betia bo no so aduane we ya de ye na wo atia so no wadi so ene osie bompa ma wadi so kwa
aduane na wo mu di no kra be yemfa ne se obe ma na bia so oba ne nim aduane no akrampa no anu wadi aye ne de agege ne ketre ma so this obi the third person comes in and no abeka say bia de wudi ni enye ansa na bia nipa no kra na aduane aba so na abeye wantwi wo mtem but no enko no ka ya de a obedie eyade
eno ntina reverend na me ka tene ntina ense se wo ware ya wo mama me kwan be di nchen 2 weeks kura 2 weeks ana 1 month we fa 1 month ense mama betra o betra 1 month se de ti bia o betra tie nyansa maka aka etumu mi no mo se hode ya de mu fu obi ho mo ani di fu obi ho ye na mama me say mama me ba say sie ya fe no be che say e de me che nkwala brem kwanye say yin sa na obe ma no so ma me ba nti no e beta se mo ware mu e wo say ye nyina ye tu ye ho fu me nti bia na me so be ya so me na nya de na me kwa de me nko me kwa ye be reverend pa ya na me ba ma mo pa ya na me ba ma wo pa ya na de bia me ba ma wo me ma ka che me ba no pa ya na me ba ma wo na ba de bo na me be ya ware nko so na me so de me timi de nko so me ko pese ho na akọ ohunu wani ehwanya pai
there are so much things going on. Yama de bi koso ankasa. Ebi no correct me maame no ma ni obi a ono so ba o si me nim say we correct or na say enye correct. My mom will call me every time I'm saying to kunu timi yo ho adwuma yie. Enti o ti say na watwi me oto okọ ahe. Che say nsem a ensese ne mami busa no be busa nti na watwi otimi ye ho adwuma be sen wo ya oye ne sen che say o into details ne mami oba ne wedi oba ne mami the mother of the lady want to know how they sleep together, how long mo ye ne tenten say otimi ko ha many no se mami wedi anya wasem eye mini kunu asem mami say boy won ti bi da won ti bi da me pese wa ware cause no se there be sa asem wedi eye mini kunu private life. So there are so many things going on. Some of the mothers are breaking boundaries pa. Why? They say you want to know how long your daughter husband sleeps with her, how many times in a week, what do they do, how they roll, how they do things. You want to know their sexual life, which is not part of it shouldn't be part of your mandate. But because of that, the lady is not talking to the mother. Into a monkasa. Because ne mama de opeso ohunu no enya ade ono so peso chirechire me na mama ni se wubu me nimutia. There are so many things that is going on, so many things that the
mama you should go and look for, tell the mother to go get herself a man and bring her own resource to her, then they will compare. Because most of those people are not married. Most of them they are there. They are monopoles or whatever it is. They are completely monopoles. But it has nothing to do. Some of them are character. They are just nosy. They want to find something. Like I said, they begin to build like character assassination plot against their in-law. So they begin to offer information. They need information to justify what they are about to say. So they begin to dig out unnecessary information. Who gives account on sexual intercourse to the mother or their in-law? For what? What are you going to use that information for? Are you a sex therapist or you are who? You know, and all those things sometimes, you know, it's a conversation we have with our parents that open those doors for them to be asking those questions. When your mother is talking to you about your elder sister's marriage, and you get so involved to a point where you also contribute, know that when you get married, she will come and ask you. My mother cannot talk to me about my brother's marriage life. That is not my business. When you start it, I stop you right there. Hey, mom, that is not a topic for me to discuss. I don't want to get involved because I have my own business to deal with. Then she knows she can bring your own issue to your face. But when you get yourself involved and attached talking about people, know that karma works. It will come back to you. So we need to know the storyline and the conversation line we hold with our parents and our in-laws and our mother. When they are so itchy for information, give them the information that you deem fit, not what they want. If they don't want what you give them, forget about them. Because concentrate on the future you are building with your partner. You don't have any future. Like our mother said, when your son or your daughter get married, take your long hands off their life. You will hear that, oh, he's my only son. He's my only son. Okay, go marry your son then and leave me alone. He's your only son, so what? He's your only son. Maybe I'm also the only daughter of my mother. So what you are doing, if my mother is doing the same thing, how will you feel? You know, when all of us begin to question ourselves, I always say this, in every situation, ask yourself, what I'm doing, is it right? If it was being done to me, will I feel okay? Will I endorse it? If it is not right in your mind, don't do it. But how many of these manipulative in-laws and children and all that ask themselves this question? They don't. Before you go out there to ask somebody some stupid question, look at your face in the mirror and ask that question to yourself and look at your reaction before you go out there to say it. When we prep ourselves like that, we will know questions to ask. and we wouldn't find ourselves wanting. So our mother made a good point, and I like the perspective she's bringing. It's very, very important that we all know and hear from good and like I would say mothers that are old enough, have had the experience, when they come and tell us their own side of the story and their own what they are thinking. It helps us, the young ones, to understand what they have been through and where they stand. But how many of our mothers will talk to us about life? Like she is saying, she's been bold enough to tell us the do's and the don'ts and what is right and what is wrong. But some mothers will not say it because they want to use it as a tool to manipulate and get themselves involved in where they are not even welcome. So thank you to the mothers for coming up and telling us at least from their perspective, so we can also learn from.
Thank you so much, Master David. And I believe that you have given profound wisdom, which we always need, Mama Constance and everyone. There are more that we have to discuss. We are also going to bring next week, we're going to go straight into the same topic again, bringing mothers and fathers to share their experiences with us, so that we can also, with some of them, to have a grounds to say that probably there is one that I will bring on the line that also will come and say that what the daughter-in-law was also doing. So sometimes it is not just the in-laws, but the daughter-in-laws also are very manipulative in a way. So we are just going to listen from all sides and then come to a conclusion on that. But as today we were talking about how to deal with manipulative in-laws, such as your mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, any in-law that you have, some of them are very manipulative, and for that matter, they are broken many homes. Some people are very depressed in their marriage because of such in-laws that they have. But we have to find solution to it so that people may enjoy the relationship and the marriage they have. And if I tell you this lady who
Let me give you a sad story.
Let's hear it.
There is a case as we speak here in the U.S. A Liberian lady is preparing a deportation for her mother to be deported back to Liberia where she belongs.
For her own mother?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason be that she had a child. She have 2 kids. And brought the mother over so she can help take care of the children. The mother got here, fair enough. Now, the problem is the mother manipulatively have been successful in manipulating the husband to be. They were supposed to get married this July, but the marriage is called off because the fiancé and the mother-in-law are sleeping together while she works. While she is working, busy working at night, the mother sneak into the son-in-law's room and sleep with the son-in-law.
Hey.
This is not hearsay. This is true story. And the lady initially saw changes. Like I said, when they begin to manipulate and succeed, they do all sort of things. So when she had the feeling that something was going on, she confronted the husband. And as usual, a man in sin will always lie. So he lied, and she did not say anything. So she had to go buy a camera and put it in the house. Only for her to find out.
Oh my God.
The mother sneaks out and goes to the husband's room, and on their matrimonial bed, that is where the mother goes to sleep with the husband. So sometimes when I get emotional, it doesn't mean I'm not being too aggressive on people, but the fact still stands that we are all human. Even if your mother-in-law is manipulated, you, the man, what respect do you have for your wife for you to go to that extent? So now the woman is preparing she has seized the mother's green card, everything, and the case is with the pastor that she want the mother gone back to where she brought her from, and that nothing can change her mind about doing anything for the mother any longer. She rather remain a motherless than to bring such a person into her home. And you can just imagine the trauma she's going through.
Oh, yes.
See, so all these things we are talking about is real. If you don't look out for those red flags and put a stop to it, they say that when you call a spade, you don't call a spade, and you call it a big spoon, it will land on your dining table. And you will see which mouth you will use to feed. So it's sad. It's sad, but let's all educate ourselves. And let's all, if you are in this attitude, if you are in one way or the other, have any of these things we are talking about, from today, please, go down on your knees, beg for forgiveness from God, and stop. Because it's not going to be well. It won't be well with you. It won't be well with your generation. If you change today, it will be okay. Find a way to stay harmoniously and peacefully and take advice. Let's all get together and talk like we are doing. Advise ourselves, because anytime I come here, I learn. Like today, what our mother was sharing, I have learned a lot, and I thank all of you for taking time to come and listen to some of us with loud mouth. I thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. Love you all, guys.
Thank you so much, Master David. I think a caller is also gone. Let me quickly pick this one. Hello.
Hello, Reverend.
Yes, Mama Constance.
Where you sorry, my name is It's yes, I said, Namisi Kano, Kaka, make a kahon, said the Moke. So my fashion EBC, so I to be confined my Miss Ghana by, or Barney Mammy you. Then the ban was no in the corner, ye baby.
Oh, yeah.
Or Barney Mammy. It's not make a sense of some old Brammy now, but not why. So, but someone who the more yapping at Jimboni Abantim. Intino, and now got my Commisaka on the say, oh, warrior. And for Bano and not man, if I want someone call Mameho, and now Ban found and call Mameho. And then I am a man when you're crying, it's me Bemo Bayan, because to be an afternoon, said your own kind of bonnet, or a calf, and a man and you're crying. A bit do or ban and I said my Obama. Intino, years seeing a year's dear. We did say a young cyber boy. So warrior, and for one someone call Mameho. And now, especially them and if I want someone call, because all those them call Mamma, was it be on better waiting. So, some of the baby name say, I know a thing. You was in Obama, and no better food, I say, send a wookun, eh? Now, what the time, Mamma, no. Even if you say, you know,
the according to person who say a right and because on the on feel comfortable and no tin mama so on nen kasa say we bu nani mutiase we anchire ni mu it is
now what say whether so boy my madam that say boy fan court I said we say fan court
ti we ni cheche mu na amba ni ti mama ne
the ban no say bia me on mama no bia ba mama bia say the me ko say the me hunu no ade ben na menye foto ben na mfanto dia na wo ba ne ma ne hu say mama no ba fla busa
and somebody day be brave next week in the best to a topic now.
Friday, no, that's my boss.
Mupacho Mufa Munim, dear Metachina, one more Motech, Bebre Tier, Womutia, Ebomo, because Bebre issues were higher solving. It's Motech or Muti and Susuna Ebomo. And what I'm saying is that there are people listening who have got issues. Whilst they are listening, they are learning from what we are doing. It's next week we will continue on the same topic, dealing with manipulative in-laws. There are more to be said. There are more things that have gone on, some dangerous revelations too that have gone on, that we must be careful and know the things we ought to do. And so next week we also bring more mothers and other people to share their experiences with us, so that we can also know. Mama Constance will be coming next week to also share with us. So somebody, if you have experience, please mark yourself in. It's going to be on Facebook Live, please. It's going to be on Facebook Live. So on next week, you We are meeting on Facebook Live, on my Mikata Facebook Live. So somebody make a point with me to meet me on Friday, and it's going to be wow. God bless you. Thank God for every one of you that have joined us. Mama Constance, God bless you.
God
Pastor
bless you,
David,
Reverend.
God bless you. And to every one of you on there, God bless you. Mama Ajua Doma, Mama Mercy, every one of you who would like or who would like leave. God bless you. Thank you for your comment and your contribution. It's been an amazing time. We are coming your way again next week, and so somebody get yourself involved and get yourself prepared as we do it together. Angela has made it. God bless you. We thank God for every one of you. So this is Bed of Roses, and next week we'll be on Facebook Live, and so somebody watch out on Facebook Live as we do it together. Joseph Inti Gossen, God bless you. I bless God for every one of you. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy the best of your marriage. What we have been said here, put the ones that you have to practice. Always know why they do what they do, and then build your tactics from there. God bless you. I love you with the love of the living God, but the Almighty God loves you better. It is a bye-bye for now. Mama Ernestina Amwa. Next week we will hear from Mama Ernestina too. The mothers will come and speak to us. So next week Mama Ernestina will also come and share her experience with us and her advice with us. God bless you. We thank God for your life. Amen and amen. God bless you. It is bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.
Bed of roses, bed of roses, bed of roses. The marriage pot, as the artist Kenny Rogers said, without one special person, I thought I would never find. Join us every Friday, 8 p.m. sharp. The bed will be laid. The secret will be revealed. Talking on the needs of love. You can also join in discussion on GN Radio and on YouTube. Call the studio numbers on 02037 358820 or 02032 860185. You can also text or WhatsApp on this line 07941 353132. Please share. Bed of Roses, the love in the air.
God bless you. God bless you, everyone. Bed of Roses, love in the air. We are coming your way again next week. Somebody prepare for another edition and a powerful and upgrade one of it. And God bless you. Oh, Lincliffe, I saw your comment. I was just about to read it, but your comment is vanished. Lincliffe, your comment is vanished, but I read a bit of it, and so I keep it to myself. Since it's vanished, so I keep it to myself. God bless you, and I thank God for your life. Mommy Mercy says, God bless you, Mommy. God bless you too. Nana Dokua, God bless you. Somebody continue to share to for those that also needs to hear, for them to hear. Please invite more people on next week as we do it together on Facebook Live. God bless you. I love you with the love of the living God, but the Almighty God loves you better. It is a bye-bye for now. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I will write it again. Lynn, I was going. You are writing it again because I have to go now. I have to go now, but if you are writing it in a minute, then I can read it. God bless you. Obayesi do say, God richly bless you, Mami D. Good work done, more grace. Amen and amen. My daughter Joy, how are you? Say, God bless you, Mami. God bless you too. We thank God for every one of you. Amen. Okay, say, I will call you. Please do call me. Say, okay, Mami, I will call you. Call me, so that we will talk on that. God bless you. I love you with the love of the living God. Stay blessed and stay enjoy what God has for you. It is a bye-bye for now. Now hear Linda's voice on there. Yes, Sister Linda also doing introduction. God bless you. So I end with this one.
Bed of Roses Marriage Port is streaming now, so get connected. Get connected now. Bed of Roses Marriage Port is streaming now, so get connected. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in now.
God bless you. In fact, we are finished now, so get connected next week and we'll do it together. God bless you. I love you with the love of the living God. It is a final bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. God bless you. Bye, bye, bye.